Hello there, I Aishwarya Kapoor welcome you all to this fresh new edition of Science Monitor, a show where we get you the most significant news from the world of science, technology, innovation, research, discoveries and much more. Let us begin the program with this week's headlines. India's first biopolymer-based microneedle devices for injecting medicines and vaccines on course of being developed at a Hyderabad campus of BITS Pilani. Scientists at National Institute of Technology, Meghalaya develop organic crystals that can bend and twist in response to heat, ultraviolet light and mechanical force. IIT Delhi develops India's first antivirus technology based on artificial intelligence to protect against all types of viruses without the need for any updates. The Indian Agriculture Research Institute in New Delhi is empowering women of Uttar Pradesh on use of dry flower technology. Do you remember how as a child you were scared of just seeing the doctor's injection with its long shiny needle? Well, the fear of an injection is not limited to the young ones alone but even adults. And now researchers at Hyderabad campus of BITS Pilani have developed a device which has the potential to remove the pain and anxiety of getting an injection. How, you ask? Well, it is a painless injection. Our Science Monitor team brings you this fascinating report.
In medical care, an injection is the fastest way to introduce medication, be it a drug, vaccine, or other therapeutic agents into the body using a needle and syringe. Injections are amongst the most common healthcare procedures in the world. Naturally, it's imperative that injections are injected safely so that they do not harm the patient or expose healthcare workers to unnecessary risks. Added to this is the fear and anxiety that patients, especially children, face when they are given an injection. With the help of recent advancements in precision engineering, researchers from Hyderabad-based BITS Pilani campus have successfully designed biopolymer-based microneedle devices for vaccine delivery and for cosmetic applications.
The needle of a syringe that we use for subcutaneous injection is about 1.5 centimeters in length. So we are talking about reducing the size of the needle anywhere from 20 to 30 times by using in the form of microneedles. These needles can be applied as a patch on the skin, right? And then wear them for anywhere from a minute to up to so many hours, so that the drug from the needles can be diffused into the tissue.
Dr. Venkat Krishna and his team of researchers started exploring better options for injecting medicines and vaccines which can be painlessly injected using new materials which are also degradable. Another reason for finding alternative degradable materials in place of conventional injections are problems associated with the disposal and the huge environmental costs they carry. The team has successfully made microneedles using biopolymer called Zine, which is found in corn and has been used in manufacturing of biodegradable plastics, fibers, cosmetics, textiles, and is also considered safe for pharmaceutical applications. Microneedle-based devices have been found stable and effective for injecting several injections, vaccines, and also for cosmetic treatments. Perhaps the biggest advantage is the microneedle patch. Patch refers to a device with several biopolymeric needles coated with the medicine ready to be injected. Once a patch or a sticker is fixed on the body, the coated drug starts diffusing into the skin slowly. As compared with the normal syringe, these needles do not cause much injury and are minimally invasive. The initiative by Dr. Venkat Krishna to find alternatives to the conventional syringes using biopolymers is indeed praiseworthy and will go a long way in alleviating the pain that children as well as adults face when getting injections.
Crystals are brittle and inelastic, but now a novel class of smart bendable, crystalline organic materials has challenged this view. A team of scientists led by Dr. Naba Kamalnath at the National Institute of Technology, Meghalaya, have engineered a soft crystalline structure that bends and twists without disintegration when stimulated by high temperature, mechanical force or under UV light. Science Monitor brings you this report.
The development of newer and better materials for the innovation of new machines have been underway for a long time. Metals such as iron, copper, uranium and titanium have been used by various industries for the production of machines such as robotic arms. Scientists across the world have been trying to develop smart materials that may have properties that can be changed by applying external stimuli such as light, temperature, pH, electric or magnetic fields. The resultant material is also called biomimetic materials. Now, a team of scientists led by Dr. Naba Kamalnath at the National Institute of Technology, Meghalaya, have successfully pushed the boundaries of single crystals. A crystal is a solid material in which the component atoms are arranged in a definite pattern, such as snowflakes, diamonds, and table salt. Scientists have developed a new crystal that twists and untwists upon heating and cooling, bends reversibly under UV light, and deforms and reforms responding to mechanical force. Moreover, cracks in the crystal heal themselves over thermal cycling. To make this crystal, scientists chose two different chemicals, namely probenecide and azopyridine. These chemicals were dissolved in a solvent and let the solvent evaporate to get the new crystal. The development was published in the journal Agavante Chemi.
So these materials can basically act as actuators. So the traditional inorganic or polymeric actuators that are being developed have many disadvantages. Like their response time is very small. If they are broken, they cannot be healed back. They're useless. We have to throw them. So this our material is very fast in reacting to the applied stimuli, like in fraction of seconds compared to minutes or hours of polymeric or inorganic materials.
The new elastic crystal showed 4 properties when stimulated with external factors. First, it was observed that when the crystal is heated using a hot plate, the crystal twists, and on cooling, the twisted crystal untwists to regain the original straight shape. Second change observed by scientists was when the material was kept under ultraviolet light from a lamp. They observed that the crystal showed very fast bending within less than a second. When the UV light is switched off, the crystal unbends, regaining its original straight shape within fraction of seconds. Thirdly, the crystals are highly elastic and difficult to break. And fourth property is even if somehow the crystal breaks, they can be healed by heating the crystal to 62 degrees centigrade. This research holds prospects for a number of applications where external stimuli such as light or heat are converted into mechanical motion. One could think of applications that range from devices with miniature moving parts such as gears, valves and ratchets in micro-robotics, flexible electronics and robotic devices. There are a number of reports on bendable and twistable crystals. In many cases, however, the crystals show only one such property. The uniqueness of this development are the 4 very rare properties of crystalline materials in one material, which is first of its kind.
It's time for a short break here, but when we return, we will see how scientists at IIT Delhi are working to revolutionize antivirus technology. But that's after a short break, so keep watching Science Monitor. Living in the digital era means that our private information is more vulnerable. Many of us have lost documents stored on our computers or laptops due to virus attacks. And to prevent these, we install antivirus software on our systems. However, conventional antiviruses use old signature-based technology to detect viruses and a lot of space in the RAM or the random access memory. Now, a group of researchers at IIT Delhi have come up with a revolutionary antivirus technology which uses artificial intelligence to detect virus or any other malicious software and uses less RAM as well. Science Monitor brings you an in-depth analysis of this innovative technology from IIT Delhi.
The internet has revolutionized the way we live, learn, communicate and do business today. But security breaches in this digital environment results in stolen information, loss of funds, email compromisation and malicious software commonly known as malware infection. That's the reason today every individual and organization is safeguarding their important data by installing a reliable antivirus software in their computers or servers. Now let's understand how a traditional antivirus works. When a scan is being performed on the computer, the antivirus compares the suspicious files with its database of known viruses. On matching a particular sequence, it immediately blocks and removes the file from the system. In case none of the pattern in the database is matched, the antivirus simply bypasses the file in the system. The problem with these traditional antivirus is that it needs to be continuously updated and occupies quite a lot of space in the random access memory or RAM, which in turn slows down the computer. These shortcomings of a traditional antivirus were addressed by a group of researchers from IIT Delhi, who after 5 years of trial and testing came up with an advanced antivirus based on artificial intelligence technology that can detect all types of viruses with a very high accuracy. The term artificial intelligence refers to the ability of a computer to perform tasks like human intellectual processes, such as the ability to reason, discover meanings, generalize, and learn from past experience.
By incorporating artificial intelligence into the whole system, you are able to make the brain work better. So the technology here is based on artificial intelligence, which learns patterns, and based on learning those patterns, it knows which pattern corresponds to malicious behavior and which pattern corresponds to benign behavior. So the fundamental contribution here, other than understanding that it's behavior based, is artificial intelligence so that the behavior is better understood.
This new advanced antivirus can very easily catch new viruses in real time without requiring any updates. It is also able to intelligently recover files and repair an infected system automatically, thus making computers immune to viruses. It also minimizes the false alarms raised by traditional antivirus, which quite often assumes legitimate files as viruses. Also, the user does not have to be always connected to the internet to get the latest virus signatures, hence saving bandwidth and money for internet usage. This antivirus is designed to be extremely fast, which enables minimum and efficient resource utilization. The developers claim that till now this antivirus has passed hundreds of tests on around 25,000 viruses flawlessly without any updates.
So while we were dwelling into artificial intelligence, one thing we realized that cybersecurity experts and hackers, they rarely use an antivirus because they know the problems, the lacunas of the antivirus. Bang on, here we struck gold. Now, this was the solution to the problem. We've designed and developed the brain of a human hacker, human intelligence, into our antivirus software. So now our software has the logic and thinking of a human cybersecurity expert. Combining that with the computational power of the computer, it provides a truly smart engine which solves all these 4 problems that I'm talking about.
Antivirus is like a security guard of a computer. Therefore, it's important to have the best one installed on your system, which would protect your data from virus or other threats. Moreover, it is also important that we don't risk or compromise our system security by falling prey to suspicious websites or pop-up windows. Apart from getting the best antivirus installed in our systems, it's important that we should be cautious in surfing unknown websites or links. Often, email attachments like files, pictures, or even links from friends may contain unknown malicious code or a virus. Clicking on those links or carelessly downloading email attachments can evade even the most vigilant antivirus software, which can put the entire system security at risk.
Fallen or dried flowers are usually thrown away or simply left to rot. But did you know that they can be used to make greeting cards, stationery and curios for the home using a variety of technology and techniques? And to empower and to provide additional income, a group of scientists from the Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi, are working with women from the villages of Uttar Pradesh to educate them about dry flower technology. This could open an area of employment opportunities for them. For more details, let us travel with our Science Monitor team to the village of Bagpat in Uttar Pradesh.
India has a rich biodiversity comprising of a wide variety of trees, shrubs, flowers and foliage. We use flowers and leaves in the myriad ways, like for decorating our homes, to make our wedding functions memorable, and even when we offer prayers. But after being used once, these flowers have no value. However, with some input from science, these flowers can be utilized again to make different products like potpourri, floral jewelry, floral gifts, greeting cards, bookmarks, wall hangings, paperweights, containers, table mats, and so on. Their major advantage is they do not wilt or require frequent replacement. So how can science make these flowers useful? Dried flowers are the product of a dehydration process. Flowers can be dried with high precision so that they look like natural fresh flowers and can be treasured for a longer period of time. Towards this, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi, under the Science for Equity Empowerment and Development or SEED program, has started a project to empower village women by educating them about the dry flower technology. For this initiative, the institute has adopted 3 villages, Lechoda, Pasi and Sunera of Bagpat district in Uttar Pradesh. The villagers here are trained by experts to learn the techniques for the preparation of dry flower products.
जैसा कि शुष्क पुष्पन प्रौद्योगिकी जो है वो इस तरह की प्रौद्योगिकी है कि हमारे गांव की जो महिलाएं हैं वो अपने घर में बैठे बैठे ही इन फूलों को, पत्तियों को सुखा सकते हैं। और क्योंकि गांव में जो महिलाएं हैं वो अपने रोज़गार के लिए बाहर नहीं जा सकती हैं और जो घर बैठे बैठे जो है वो अपना रोज़गार तैयार कर सकती हैं।
Dry flower can be dehydrated using various technologies like in situ drying, which happens when the flower is attached to plant and naturally dries up and then falls to the ground. Other technologies include air drying, sun drying, hot air oven drying, microwave oven drying, and embedding using sand, borax, and silica gel. In addition, leaves and flowers can also be dried and pressed using blotting paper. For making dry flowers, it is advisable to pluck or collect fallen flowers late in the morning when dew is evaporated. To avoid wilting, flowers should be kept in a water container until it is used. After this, any of these methods discussed can be followed to dry the flowers. There are several advantages of dry flowers as they are available throughout the year, cheap, eco-friendly, biodegradable with a higher shelf life compared to fresh flowers. Common flowers which can be used for this purpose are Helichrysum, Cresspedia, Limonium, Lagurus, Brizza, etc., as well as commercial flowers such as Chrysanthemum, Marigold, Gerbera, Rose, etc. This unique initiative by the Institute will not only supplement the livelihoods of the women from these villages, but has also introduced a way to effectively utilize flowers to make creative items.
It's time for a short break, and when we come back, we will bring you some more news on science and innovation from India and around the world. But that's after a short break, so keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break, and now let's take a quick look at some more scientific innovations and developments from India and around the world.
Recently, astronomers have detected a mysterious activity in a neighboring galaxy. The twin Atlas telescopes in Hawaii have spotted this bright flash in space. According to astronomers, this immense flash is originating from another galaxy named CGCG 137-068. The phenomenon is named AT 2018 COW and was soon given a nickname COW. Most events like it take several weeks to reach peak brightness, but in the course of just 3 days, AT 2018 COW became about 10 times as bright as normal supernova. A supernova is the explosion of a star. The report was published in the journal The Astronomer's Telegram. A recent study published in the journal Ecological Indicators states that the greenery of Indian forests is consistently decreasing. Scientists at Hyderabad's National Remote Sensing Center analyzed NASA's MODIS satellite images of India's forests at 8-day intervals from 2001 to 2014 and assessed the decrease of greenness in India. This has been observed in more than 46 lakh hectares of various types of forests in India, particularly in protected areas. This indicates that our forests are vulnerable. Scientists suggest this could be due to changing climates, shifts in monsoon patterns, decreasing soil fertility, and the impact of human activities. Scientists at the University of California, San Diego, US have successfully grown pea-sized versions of Neanderthal brains. This advancement may help to further understand the species that went extinct about 40,000 years ago. Cultivating and studying these mini brains may reveal why Neanderthals died out and Homo sapiens went on to overpower much of the planet. The air pollution levels that are said to be safe are being speculated to be unsafe by researchers. A study published in the Lancet Planetary Health reports that even safe levels of air pollution may be associated with an increased risk of diabetes globally. The study showed that air pollution contributes to development of diabetes by reducing insulin production and triggering inflammation, which prevents the body from converting blood glucose into energy. Researchers at the University of Washington in St. Louis, United States conducted the study.
And in the history of science, this week we remember Edward J. Hoffman, an American biomedical physicist born on 1st of January 1942. He is famously known for the development of a positron emission tomography or PET, which is used to detect cancer and other diseases like heart diseases and Alzheimer's disease. For this, Dr. Hoffman received several awards like a Medical Imaging Scientist Award from the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers in 2002, and he twice won the Von Hevesy Prize for the World Congress of Nuclear Medicine and Biology in 1978 and 1982. He was the editor-in-chief of the journal IEEE Transactions on Nuclear Science. He died on 1st of July 2004 at the age of 62 in Los Angeles, California. His valuable contribution to the field of medical imaging continues to be helpful for the fraternity. And with that, we wrap up this episode of Science Monitor. You have feedback or suggestions to give to Science Monitor? Well, mail us. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in, or just write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Kutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Time to say bye-bye. I will see you again next week with another episode of Science News and Innovations. Thanks so much for your time.